to in fifth grade when one of the little girlfriends gets mad. The one gets everybody else around her to support her insanity, and then they turn to mean girls. I'm a grown ass man. Nobody has time for that. And furthermore, I don't care. And so that went on. So when I ended my show, I tried to call Donovan on Skype, and since he wouldn't answer the Skype or whatever, um, he we finally start chatting on Facebook, and you'll see those chats to prove how simple stuff mountains turn to molehills, that whole saying, because it's all true. And so I said, "Why did you leave?" And he was saying, like he said on his show last night, that he did nothing wrong and I chose not to speak to him. None of that is true. None of it. That is an out and out lie. That's not true. Again, if somebody tells me they're not going to be friends with me anymore, it's an online friendship as well. Why do I have to invest energy in that, trying to beg you? You mean nothing to me. Honestly, yes, we shared some good times online. We had a lot of private conversations. We had a lot of conversations about anything and everything and everyone, family, husbands, everything. And we were as probably close as you can be on friends. He was correct in what he said about we exchanged Christmas cards. We did. I thought that was nice. It's a nice gesture. I have it sitting right here on my table, still, you know. Um, but when do you, as a friend, get to dictate your friend's behavior? I understand about having your back. If she was in the room saying, "Oh, how come you have him in here? And why are you doing? Oh, you know, I would have said, okay, Debbie, I would want you to leave. But that's not what happened. That's not what happened on the show. And if you listen if you go back to that show, and I'll highlight it, and I'll take it out if you want me to, and you'll be able to tell where all this stuff kind of happened during my show. I chose not to behave poorly on my show. That was my choice. No, whether out off the show, my feelings up toward her or whatever, I wasn't gonna do that to make myself look silly by kicking somebody out and have all that negative energy directed toward me. Regardless of how I feel about somebody, why invite negativity into your life? I'm not doing it, and I've told him this time and time again. Again, you'll see the chats. You'll see the chats where I ask him to let this stuff go, because honestly, you played your part by supposedly hiring a private investigator, sending lawyer stuff to her house. Over what? Over some online stuff? An online show that nobody's getting paid for? They had shows about this person. They had all kind of shows about this person. Yeah, I listened to them because I thought the stuff was funny. I didn't know adults behave this way. I knew little girls acted like this, but I didn't know that adults behaved in a manner that was simple. I'm like, really, y'all going through all this for a person? Y'all claim y'all investing a whole bunch of time on a person who y'all act like y'all don't, well, who y'all say you don't like. If I don't like somebody, and this is foreign to me, when I don't like somebody, I okay, I'm done with you, and that's it. And consequently, that's what was said to me when I try to have a rational conversation with Donovan about her being in my chat room. This is the first and only time Debbie and I had any um, conversation ever, ever, and it was in chat. The first in any time, and then you fly off the handle because your little teenage girl feelings got hurt, and you want to pout. I'm not going to soothe your ego for you. I'm not here for you. I'm not here for her. And so to make matters worse, we of course we was in the course of this we were doing the crew show, and I will give Donovan this. He did come up with the name of the crew because when I approached Donovan first, and then I approached Ken Boggle second. When I approached them, we was trying to come up with names because they thought my original idea, and I see there's another crew shows. Be original, boo. There's another crew show on the horizon. Knock yourself out. If I choose to do something, it will not be called the crew. It will be something totally different. And honestly, I don't really have time. I didn't have time to do the crew, but I did it because that's something I committed to. And 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 it's just sad because it had to go down this way, and all the little snide comments, because we were playing nice. We had a Coven show, and then we also had we had another show after that. I can't remember what it was. It was two. After me and him, his and I, he and I, personal problems, that one little issue that really shouldn't have been an issue. He couldn't see where I was coming from, and where he was coming from didn't make sense because I didn't do anything. And I guess he thought I owed him an apology, and of course I thought he owed me an apology. And okay, I wish we could have agreed to disagree, but then you start making these little shows and making these little comments saying, and then saying that I'm crazy, and we had a psychotic break, and I brainwashed Ken, and I'm such this horrible person. But again, I implore everybody to check out his show, Off Limits Show. Check it out. And he's probably removed them. You can ask Desert Rose, you can ask Todd Morris, you can ask some people that he's had interactions from, how things went down. You start putting their names out here on the show, and you're calling them all these names. Why for? Why this is what mean teenage girls do. They drum up support for their insanity and then try to make people hate them. He could have everybody on Spreaker hate me, and it still wouldn't matter to me. And that's why I'm trying to get to him and all this little stuff that he's trying to do, because this is where the little online mind games start, and the kind of really psychotic behavior begins, is when these little mind games come on. Oh, you going to do a 4-minute show. Oh, I didn't listen to his show, but I'm not the one lying and he's lying. Good night. All that. This is, and you're talking about people's MO. This is your MO. He said it about Desert Rose. Oh, but then I was told I could be friends with Desert even though they were no longer friends, and they both had shows about one another. Well, she didn't mention his name. That's the thing. She took the high road and didn't mention. He put her on blast on his show using her name for whatever, again, to make the only reason to do that is to make people dislike you, just like he did with Ken on his show on Wednesday. Call him, I guess Thursday morning, Wednesday night, calling him feeble-minded, and said that David said many, 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 many bad things about Ken. Well, okay, then hey, I just downloaded every chat conversation. If you go to your Facebook account, you can download all your data, all your information, chats included. I will give Ken the chat of everything we have said. I'll show everything that goes for my other co-host on Real Talk with Day and Nikki. I will send her a copy. Everything that was said, because there's a lot that's in there that was said. I will show them. If you want to go there, boo, let's go there. But I'm not going to continue to talk about him. I haven't said anything negative about him. I'm just saying the truth. And unfortunately, He wants everybody to believe so he can drum up support. And I hope your new cruise show goes well. I hope it goes splendid. Best of luck. I don't seek out people. No, that's the wrong word. I don't go out to hope somebody fails. That's not who I am. And if you guys check like I said last night, you can check my track record on all of my shows. I have not once spoken ill of any co-host. I refused. I still refuse up until now to talk about any co-hosts, and make shows and make poems and put out songs and all that. What person over 25 does that? But then everybody else is crazy. Oh, they're crazy. Oh, they're doing it to me. They're crazy. I had nothing to do with it. It just simply happens. Not it just isn't true. And I don't have to like it. I'll deal with it, but I don't have to like it because again, I can't have anyone lying on me. I don't. Thing is, you can say what you want. You can say what you want. Anyone can say what they want about me. It's a free country. Don't lie on me. you know, do not lie. And that's what that I'm putting this out to Donovan. Just do not continue to lie on me. Take your little message off with my name in it off the cruiseshow.net saying that Ken and I are crazy and we have overweening egos. Take that down. I've already contacted WordPress. Take that down. I'm asking you. I'm being nice. Let's stop this insanity and move forward. Do not use anything that I recorded with you. Do not use my voice in anything. That's my request, and it is my right. Do not use my voice in anything. Because I'm asking you not to. Because, and the thing is, I'm not going to let it spiral out of control. I got too many other things to worry about. And because I can see it getting crazy. I'm not your enemy. If anybody, I was the one that stuck by you. I stuck by him through everything when he fell out with Desert Rose. I chose to be friends with both of them. I chose to be friends. And as to all the stuff the claims that Debbie Daly has put stuff on, I guess if you put it out there, rip off report, she said she didn't do it, I guess, and I guess she did, or I don't know. Sending people to your house, you got people video cameras, but you got people coming to your house that you think that she sent to get you, but you didn't do anything about it. So when I'm nice to somebody over taking your word that she's done all this crazy stuff to you, I'm supposed to just, okay, get out of here, you crazy. Nobody's done anything to me. I guess I'm not important, and nor do I want to be. I don't need to be, because to be important is unimportant to me. Like I said, I was the creator, and it was my decision to dissolve the crew because of I knew that our situation wasn't going to play out well. And I'm like, okay, you're making shows and trying to throw those little side jabs. Man up, say what you say. You had every opportunity to say what you had to say up until 2 days ago. You had every opportunity to say what you had to say in chat. He had every opportunity. He said that I didn't talk to him in 2 weeks and we didn't talk on the show. No, but that wasn't my choice. You chose to do that. When you guys read the last messages between Donovan and I, you will see that I told him that he was unfair, and he explicitly said, which he on his show, he said he didn't say this, but he did. He says that I didn't try to reach out to him. No, you told me. that you cannot be friends. And he says, well, we're trying to be professional, and they can't be professional. Why? Well, I want